So Saltmon Valley did come out yesterday, and I know this might be too soon, but I have played a lot with him, like quite a lot, with a bunch of different teams, and I think I have enough to give him a valid, reasonable ranking here. And yeah, this is the last tier list of 2020, the last day of 2020, marking a pretty good year for Grand Cross. I mean, global release was massive, and these hype characters have come out. Hopefully in 2021, we'll get like some of the other manga really hype characters that will be releasing season 4. But other than that, I would say, yeah, other than Goddess Liz, I liked every single character that has come out. No, okay. I did like every single character, but I just want you to throw shots at Goddess Liz for free. But yeah, let's rank it up. But before we get to ranking these 3 new characters that were released the month of December, look at this jump. It was Elaine, Liz, and an Assault Melly. Look at the jump. But let's change some stuff that I have in mind of changing real quick. So with the release of Assault Melly, if you guys know his passive, let me actually pull it up real quick. His passive is that if all allies are demons or those requirements, when allies take damage, or him takes damage, increases stats by 5%, decreases defense with stats avoidance by 15% for 2 turns, limit to 5 times. This passive is insane. So any character that is a demon or commandment automatically gets better by existing because of this Meliotis. And that's something that I kind of love about Grand Cross, how some units releasing can make other units better or worse. I mean, a lot of the times, like, releases of characters just make so many units better. All these commanding characters, most were already good, but they're now even better. And I think that's such a good thing. PvE, you run him, Droll, and Zeldris, or Esterosa, and then Zeldris in the back, and you're just popping off because the AI is attacking you. They don't know they can't attack you, and they're attacking the counter. It's just Derriere as well. Oh man, it's just this Assault Melly is a really good release. I really like this guy. So any commandment in demon is overall just better. So first of all, I actually moved. So I already moved before recording. I had Red Zeldris in SS. I was thinking about putting him in God's Hero for a little while now, and I think that's time. He is officially God's Hero on my books. And I am actually moving both Blue Drow and Green Drow to God's Hero. I know it's a big jump, especially for Blue Drow, but this is enough of a change that Blue Drow has got a massive boost. He was already really good. I thought that Green Drow was a little better, but, you know, it's a massive boost by existing. Such a good wave of, you know, improvements for the commandants and demons here. Glock Senior goes up as well. I think Monspeed, I forgot where I had him exactly. Green Monspeed. Oh, Derriere for sure goes up as well. Monspeed goes up, like any commandment and demon. Monspeed I feel like is the worst as a combo with Meliotis because you're not gonna have any, you know, any ignites, but you can still debuff them and do triple damage. So it still works. And I mean, Red Melascula is actually, again, a huge buff as well, because she's really good with Meliotis. Blue Melascula is good. I'm going to bump her up just by existing, but not nearly as good as the red one. I kind of want to put Gallon. I think I should put the blue Gallon up, not the red one. The blue Gallon should go up. And demons-wise, there aren't... Like, let me open the game here. Actually, there aren't as many demons as you would think. If I just... But as time goes on, right, more and more demon characters should be releasing, so... Yeah. Like, these are all the demons. There's not that many. Like, so many are Meliotis, right? So yeah, this is... I should put Balion on A, since I'm boosting up demons anyways. Now for the bad stuff. There are some oh, actually, before I put down characters, I should also... I think Athena, if you use her in the back with a melee team, it's gonna be so good, because then you take off true ultimate gauge if you kill someone. That's like very, very good. I think I'm putting down Green Easton to S tier. because Green Instinct just nah. These days she just doesn't hold up. I wanted to put up also. Who was it? I don't remember now. Damn it. Maybe I already put up and I'm just not remembering, but yeah, if I do recall, if I had someone else in mind, I will, but now for the unfortunate going down. I think I should finally put down Festival King. Festival King just isn't PvP viable anymore. If you run into Assault Melee, no. If you attack, no, you're just gonna lose. You can still use King for a reliable ult rush, but in terms of using his team the way it's supposed to be used, no. You're just not doing it. So yeah, so I'm bumping down Festival King from God tier to SS tier. The first festival to leave God tier. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Also, I am bumping down both Ascanors. Base Ascanor just doesn't have a place anymore. I think the game in general just... actually, Red Ascanor has some usability for having a lot of HP. So I think no. I think I'll keep the red one. I think it's like bottom SS tier. But the green one just is a good linking partner, and that's about it. He doesn't even have a Fate, unfortunately. But like he himself has Fate, of course, Merlin. But like he, as a linking, cannot be a Fate to someone. I think they should go back and like make more Fates, because that would be very good. But yeah, Ascanor just isn't as good as it used to be. It's unfortunate. Ascanor is my favorite character, but it is what it is. Now to the new characters. And let's start with Elaine, because let's start by order of release, right? So Elaine, let me open up release since I'm already here. Elaine released earlier this month, and she was an unfortunate bait of a release. So as soon as I saw the info for her, I instantly thought, whoa, the King team's back. Because for each poison, bleed, shock or corrosion effect on enemies, decreases penetration, crit chance, and crit damage by 8%. And if you're using the King team, and use like Lily in the front, you do all 4 first turn, and boom, your enemy has 32% less attack related stats, except attack. That part where she doesn't lower attack, but only pen, crit chance, and crit damage, made it so she just isn't viable. If you run against the Ascanor team, Ascanor pounds you heavy. It doesn't matter that you lower his pen, crit chance, and crit damage. It doesn't matter. He's still gonna one-shot your King. And now Assault Melee just came out, and look at that, King just can't even be used anymore. So Elaine, unfortunately, has to go to the C tier. I wouldn't say she is D tier. Her passive can still work. I don't want to put her D tier, but definitely at the bottom of the tier list. Very, very bad unit. Now, Liz. Where do I even start with this character? So, ranks up the skill cards of allies at the start of the turn in deathmatch if all allies are HP. Applies when starting battle, limit once. At the beginning of battle, if you're facing Grey Demon Hell, everyone gets ranked up. That's it. Yes, it could save you a few seconds doing Grey Demon, but it's not that big of a deal. And she can't attack the Grey Demon. She can't, because Grey Demon's flying and you can't use physical attacks on him, which she does have both physical attacks. So she can't attack him. You have full level 3 cards for her, but she doesn't do damage to him. Who designed this character? Actually, who designed this character? The worst part, to me, I think to me the worst part is that she's literally Elizabeth, and you can't use her with Elizabeth in the same team. But she doesn't take Elizabeth's gear. She does not take Elizabeth Engravement. So you can't use UR gear for Elizabeth for her. You have to make her a new set of UR gear just for this specific kind of Elizabeth. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So dumb. So this character is a joke. I would say just for the fact that she does have that rank up, which saves you a few seconds when doing deathmatch, I won't put her on the bottom of the tier list. I will put her here. But, jeez, what a poorly, trash, god-awful designed character. It's just sad. It's just sad. Such a new character can be so bad. She's way worse than everyone here. Actually, no, never mind. She's just like bottom. She's like Green Fat King level bad. It's just dumb. And her passive only works on raid. It's just the only way, right? So there is a chance that I can still make her go to God tier actually. If the next raid, let's say in a month or so, they release a raid for level 90, right? Brand new raid, which they haven't done in like a year. But brand new raid. For level 90, 85, whatever. And it's blue. This girl, and she can attack him. This girl goes up to like SS tier. Instantly. But until then, she remains at the bottom. So there's a chance I can put her like SS tier. But for now, that's where she belongs. Now, to Assault Mode Meliotis. And this is a very interesting character. So like I said, he did make some characters just better by existing. Which by itself I think merits, but this guy's so good. I've been using him for a while, and I can see that some people think he's bad, which I guess if you saw like some of the showcases where I was using like playing like geared and it was like boring, but it was because of the PvP rule. The PvP rule they released right now is very bad for Meliotis. For some reason, they decided to release Meliotis a rule that's really bad for him. It's really bad that they increase everyone's HP to 25% because then you can't really use the AoE to kill as fast. And it's really bad that you cannot gain more than 1 ultimate gauge per turn. They released this rule with Meliotis, so the initial showcases for him did not look as impressive because of that. But trust me, playing with him on ungeared where there's no rules, on ungeared, he's doing exponentially less damage than what he can do on geared, because of geared, I can give him UR gear, attack and crit damage, I can give him 15% rolls, which all I have. As soon as I can actually use him on geared properly, you'll see that he is absolutely ludicrous. He is doing that on ungeared where there's no rules already. This guy is actually insane. He is as powerful as the one. I'm not exaggerating. I genuinely believe that he's as powerful as the one. And for PvE, this guy's an absolute monster. You use him with commandments or by himself even, and he is just destroying everything. So it's just, if all allies are demons or those commandments, you get the passive. I read the passive earlier, right? He has Rupture, double damage against buffs, which if you're using Drow, you're going to be buffing everyone because it's commandment. If you're facing Elizabeth, they're going to shield, so it's a buff. This card is very good. And then Amplify for the buffs, and because his ultimate is that increases the basic stats of heroes by 50% and inflicts 525, up to 525, right? 350 as a level 1, 525 as level 6. This is 3 separate buffs for the Amplify. So if you Amplify, right, get the 3 extra buffs, you get 50% attack, and then you get 25% attack related stats, plus the 5 buffs, and then you do this. It's an insane Amplify. Some people were said that he's not good because he doesn't have, what is it, the double crit damage. How can I forget the name right now? Zao just has it. God. Zao just. Spike. For some reason I forgot the name. Because it doesn't have Spike, he's not as good. Yes, I think genuinely if he had Spike on his AoE, he probably would be better. But at that point, he would be way too strong. If he had Spike on his AoE, he would genuinely break the game. Like, I think there hasn't actually had a unit that actually broke the game. We just say that because it's cool. But he would actually be way too strong. So I don't mind that he doesn't have Spike on his AoE. But yeah, he goes to my broken tier. He is absolutely insane. He's just way too good. And when he releases on, I think that, again, a lot of it, people saying that he's not as good is because you haven't used him. First of all, you definitely haven't used him. Because if you did use him, you wouldn't have been saying that. I'm telling you right now. You just haven't used him. And when you do use him, when you pull him, you'll agree. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year's, and to a 2021 of more tier lists.